Y'all gotta hold up. Y'all gotta hear the music that comes on. Like
really
we have a countdown. We have a 60-second countdown.
But they do hear it, babe.
What, the public?
Yeah, the public hears it. Oh.
You want to play in the background now?
Huh? No, I want that to stop. I want whatever that is to stop. I want that to stop. No, I really want it to stop. Please.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sure. You know, it's funny because I really think that people don't think that I have a sense of humor.
Oh, you have.
I'm a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, you really are.
I'm a pretty funny guy. But ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls
all over the world.
Hey.
Welcome to the Love.
Oh, you really are silly.
What?
You're silly.
What? Welcome to the Love and Business Online podcast. I'm sorry, man. Franchise J. Claxton and his lovely young lady to my left, I was going to say to the right, but she's actually to my left, is Dr. Cassandra Vaughn. That sounds so much better than Cassie.
But let me ask you a question.
To me.
But let me ask you a question. A brand is a brand, correct?
Yes.
Your brand is the Franchise J. Claxton. Mm-hmm. I don't allow anybody to call you anything but that, correct? Mm-hmm. So why can't you respect it?
I do. I call you.
No, because every time you come on a podcast, last 4 podcasts, you made jokes about it.
All right, but what I call you?
It doesn't matter what
I call you. I'm going to get the cussing on here. I'm going to get the cussing, but I don't know who watching. We got a lot of people in the religious circle. Circle that watch the show.
Are you a cusser?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely a professional cusser. You know what I'm saying? If it was a job for cussing, I would fulfill that job.
I want you to be a cusser.
But we having some fun. It's Hump Day. Thank you for being here.
Why do they call it Hump Day?
Because it gets you over the hump to the later part of the week.
That's not what I thought.
It is Super Bowl week.
That's not what I thought.
The big game. I'm sorry. In radio we can't say that word. We got to say the big game.
This isn't radio, babe.
Huh?
This isn't radio.
Right. Okay. But I still feel like it's trademark. So I don't want no NFL with different monsters. A different monster. Now, after we've wasted 2 minutes of your time, I apologize.
Totally nothing.
Right. I apologize about totally nothing. But a lot of times we have a lot of family on here, and I think that we are blessed to be able to have friends in good places and in the industry and people that we consider family. And our guest today, this is different because it's not a couple. So
what month?
FYI, they are not a couple.
Right, FYI.
FYI, they're not a couple. They're not faking it or nothing like that. They're not a couple. They are
faking it. People faking it.
Friends and family. No, they're friends and family that we had on because they moving and shaking in their industry. In their industry.
Which is the business of love.
So I need you to bring them up.
You don't notice anything?
You didn't let me. You gotta stop cutting me off. I was going to tell you that your glasses. I like the new glasses. They look amazing. But you did not let me get that out. Did not let me get that out. But ladies first. I want to talk to this lady. She is a hustler. I want to introduce you to this young lady. She is a hustler. She is an author. She just entrepreneur extraordinaire. Author, Mrs. Dawn West. Dawn, what's up?
Hey, bro, what's up? First of all, y'all are having way too much fun over here.
We want to start having sound effects.
We need sound effects.
And this next guest is a good friend of mine as well. When I first,
me?
You want to do the intro?
No, go ahead.
All right. So I met him. Before I even got in the radio. But when I first got a chance to do radio, he definitely welcomed me with open arms. Definitely, he was able to do all kinds of shows. He was able to do, midday nights, Love Zone. He was able to make just all of it shake. And he is in the business of love, none other than my guy, Stretch. Stretch, what's up, bro? How you feeling? Stretch Garrett, what's going on?
What's up, family? How y'all feel, man?
Absolutely wonderful. I feel like we wasted 5 minutes of everybody's time today.
Earlier we did.
I apologize. And when I said 2 minutes and looked at the clock, it definitely was 2 minutes. How are y'all doing?
All is good. All is good.
All right, man. All right. So I do want to.
Why are you guys laughing at us?
I want to really get.
I want to know why Stretch is laughing at us.
Y'all remind me of Wheezy and George right now, man.
Yes, they are having too
Don't
much
give me
fun.
George.
Way too
Don't
much
give me
fun.
George.
Wait,
Man,
can I be Donna and he be Fred?
No,
Like,
look, I cut my hair off. I was man enough to know that I wasn't going to try to fight this, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really move like George. You know, don't move like George.
you sure?
No, not at all. I'm sure that I don't move like George.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't move like
Yeah,
George.
I don't
No,
move.
yeah,
I don't
no.
move like George.
You know, I didn't think about that until, nah, you don't move like George at all.
But I am glad that you guys took time out your busy schedule to come and chit chat with us on the Love Business on Lock podcast. And I do want to start off by saying something that I actually posted today. My food for thought, my midweek motivation was, talking about our circle in what having value in relationships. You know what I'm saying? As we've gotten older, we have noticed that relationships gotta have some kind of value. And if they don't have value, what is the purpose? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So both of you being in the industry for a long time, talk about your circle and relationships and how you deal with relationships that have value and how you deal with people that don't really necessarily add value to your life and add value to whatever relationship you guys are in.
Who first?
I'll let Dawn go first. Ladies first.
Ladies.
Well, thank you. So to answer that question, it took me a long time, or it took me to mature to a certain place, because make no mistake about it, we all get older, but your maturity level changes. And being in the business that we're all in, and like you said, I've done events for many years, dealt with artists, DJs, just all the behind the scenes business. And I was always a person I'm pretty congenial, and I try to give everybody a fair shake. However, I'm at a space now where every relationship has to add some sort of value, or I just can't make time for it. I'm not trying to make it work, because I would, absolutely try to make a lot of things work. If it doesn't add some type of value to my space in any type of way, then I absolutely make zero time for it.
Right. And before we go to Stretch, we're not going to do one-way relationships.
Right.
And for real, for me, and I think I can speak for the both of us, I don't, at this point, I don't need to have you around just to have friends. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really okay. I just think that the relationship has to add value. The conversation has to add value. I got to be able to at least, give you some food and you give me some food back. You understand what I'm saying?
You water me, I water you type of situation.
What are we doing this for? Like, I don't need you. I'm okay. Like we're okay. And she loves herself. I love myself. I don't need to have you around just because I need somebody to hang with. I'm okay with, either being by myself or being with her. Stretch, what have you learned about value in relationships and how that correlates to, how you live in your life?
I think the most important thing that I've learned over the years is to kind of put everything into balance is having a relationship with yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Building that relationship with you so that you can ultimately be the best person that you can be. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because I've been reading this magazine that I picked up, and I did this sort of small little thing on IG the other day about learning to not be like a self-saboteur and for yourself, whether it be in relationships, whether it be for your work, whether it be for whatever the situation may be. And one of the things that stood out to me in that article as I was reading it was about, self-care and self-love. A lot of times we don't understand, or we misinterpret the definition of self-love, right? Mm-hmm. And so once you kind of build that relationship with yourself first, and then you're able to really take into consideration all the other relationships that you have, whether it be with your mate, whether it be with your friends, whether it be with your family. Because like Maya Angelou said, man, you know, a person will show you who they are the first time somebody shows you who they are, believe it, right? So that's why we try to gravitate to these relationships that we know are never going to be anything beneficial to us at any point in time. But we, as human beings, we always are looking for acceptance and someone to tell us that, you know, that either they love you, they like you, or whatever the case may be. Right. But some of those relationships are toxic, not to say like, you know, from any sort of physical aspect, but it could be emotional. It could be, you know, verbal toxicity or whatever the case may be. And I've just been going on this path and this journey with myself, man, just to kind of like reassess certain things. I think too, like you said, once you get to a certain age, when you get of age, you kind of start to see things and put things into perspective a lot. So that's how I look at it from that standpoint.
I think for me, and I think maybe Dawn, I've known Dawn the longest out of everybody here. You know, we go back to the sandbox.
Right.
So
and she used the word. I was going to ask y'all, was that like a Western word?
What?
You know what I'm saying? She said a word that I was like, okay, she using like some big Western words.
Okay.
No, I ain't saying that you was on the road, so I was going to let that go. But go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
So what I was going to say is that I've never been that person who gravitated to anybody. I think in our relationship, you would say the same, you know, then I'm always the one that's like, man, that person showed me who I am. Leave them alone. Let's keep moving, you know. Right. And I know, Stretch, our friendship has now, you know, gone sometime, and you as well know. I'm always that friend. I'm the friend who will be like, Yeah.
And you know what? We for real, we talk about it a lot. And what I can say, you know, with Cassandra, like, she would see something with some people around me, and she would just be like, yo, listen, I want you to be careful. You know, be careful.
Because your woman is going to pick up on it
right.
first. Your woman is always going to pick up on it first.
Right.
That ain't your boy. That ain't your man's.
And be like, but wouldn't necessarily say it. And later on, you know, hey, I don't think you should rock with this person because this person did, you know, I'm seeing something. And then the crazy part is she like, yo, listen, go do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, this is what I see. And later on, I had to come back and be like, you was right. Mm-hmm. And she never tried to rub it in my face. But she saw it. She saw it, the fact that, you know, somebody didn't necessarily have my best interest at hand. And kind of to piggyback on what Stretch or what you're saying, we talked about that as well on a podcast from last week, that people want this acceptance. Like, people want acceptance from people that don't give a goddamn about you. You know what I mean? You can see it from Instagram, all right? And you see it from social media. Everybody's the richest person in the world. Everybody drives the slickest car. Everybody is in the greatest shape, got the greatest relationship. Their money is great. They got the greatest kids, the greatest family. And that's just not reality. I wish that was your reality, right? But that's not the reality. And, you know, you putting stuff on, and then you get robbed because you making it seem like you King Javi Jova, ruler of Zamunda. And then when you get robbed, you're like, yo, why did I get robbed? You got robbed because you put everything on social media.
Right. I think a lot of times, if you think about it, man, people would I would respect most people or more people if they were being true and authentic. You know what I mean? If you having relationship issues or if you having something that's going on in your life, post that, because people will be more accepting and more. Again, let me use I don't want to use the word accepting. I think people will be more could relate more to the situation that you're going through, because they too are going through something that may be going like that. But a lot of times, you know how social media is. It's just it's Front Street 101, man. It's just where you sit up there and floss for something that you may or may not have because you want to get acceptance by somebody hitting that thumb.
Right. And
There are
they
two
don't,
sides of the
the
social
crazy,
media coin, though.
huh?
There are definitely two sides of the social media coin.
Right.
Social media can be a great place. I mean, it's a free ass app. You know, it's several free apps. You know, all of the various social media platforms, and if used properly, I have made some great relationships on social media.
Right.
But then you have the people on social media who feel like it is Tinder or any of those other dating sites.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Okay.
to some people, it is just, you know, the place that they come where they want to drag their nuts and see,
Right.
you know, show the world that they are, you know, the creme de la creme.
Right.
At the end of the day, if
Sure.
done properly, social media should be your lifestyle blog, but at the same time, you know, like Stretch said, be relatable. Because trust me, you gonna catch me on there some days looking a whole hot mess. Like, hey,
Right.
my hair might, you know, weave might be out, wig off, my natural hair just all over the place. You know, you might catch me on there grandmothering, you might catch me on there doing some business or running one of my businesses. But at the end of the day, that's my lifestyle blog. So my tribe is going to be my tribe. And that's how, you know, you should attract your tribe. But coming on there to let you know that, you know, hey girl, because I just now paid $4.95 for this dress. It's Hervé. No, because first of all, I'm Bargain Betty. I think I might have paid like $12.99. I probably just popped the tag off of this before I put it on last year or something.
Right.
I'm Bargain Betty. I'm gonna go straight to the sale rack. I think I might have paid $12.99 for this dress at H&M. But guess what? By the time I put it on, I'm gonna look like $1 million. Like, I'm not here or, you know, on any of those platforms to impress people. But once everybody gets that in their mind that, like you said, these people don't give a shit about you.
Not
Am I able to say that? Can I say shit on
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay. They don't give a shit about you. So it like all the extraness, like just be who you are. Show up as you every day. Like, because the thing that gets me is some people literally can't show up until whoever it is that they're emulating shows up for the day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
once I show up for the morning, because there's a lot of people that do that follow my, you know, cookie cutter mode. So they can't show up for the day until I show up.
Right. Right.
Show up for yourself.
Wow. Wow. But did you hear what she said?
No, listen. I overstand it, and I just want to say, when you said the tender part, you know, in the words of my man Eddie Murphy when he was on Saturday Night Live as Buckwheat, looking for nub in all
the wrong places.
You know, definitely. And I don't want you to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to rob me. I don't want you to think I got more money than what I got. You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm not here to make it seem like, boy, hey, I'm at Ruth Chris. Like, that's regular, but I don't gotta tell you that. You're like, that's really regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's regular. I don't gotta tell you that. You guys travel all the time. I don't have to put the phone up, boy. You see me on the plane. I don't have to do that.
Right.
And I don't want you to know that I'm not in either particular house, because I don't want you to try to kick the door in while I'm gone.
But, you know, and it's funny that you say that too, because it's not only if for someone to rob you from your material things, they could rob you from just you as an individual. They could take away, they can rob you for your time, they
Your
can rob
energy.
you for your emotions, they can rob you for your soul, you know what I'm saying? All those things like that, because you still have people out here who are just like, they're predators, man. You know what I mean? So they're always gonna look for a way to try to, one, bring you down, or you know, throw a jab or take a shot at you, or whatever the case may be, because in their eyes, you're doing stuff that they wish they could be doing, or whatever the case may be.
So let's stay right there. You said there are a lot of people out here who are predators, and you gave a partial description, but I'm going to add to that. Okay. There are predators who also are out here who see the things that you're doing. And so they just want to be a part of what you're doing. So they pretend to be people that they aren't. And their motive is not about stretch. I'm sorry.
They want to get your energy. They want your energy. They need to be around you.
Their motive is not about Stretch or Dawn.
Right.
You know, it is about your government name. I'm sorry, it's not about your government name. It's about Stretch or Dawn. You get what I'm saying? And then, but they bring back to what Jay started off with, but they bring no value to you. They bring no value to you. And unfortunately, as people who are in the business of love, and I'm speaking of you guys because we just love each other. That's about the only part of the business of love you think we are, right? I'm pretty sure that you guys see it all the time.
Absolutely. And you know what's crazy? First of all, Stretch, I don't know. Do you have a copy of my journal? Because when you answered the first question, like you literally broke it all the way down, because my journal, I break down how you have to love yourself, and that whole self-love thing, it sets the stage for all of your relationships, and how you love you, you know, is how you want to love him, how you want to love her, and how you allow people to love you in return. So that was totally a good thing. And now to answer your question, when it comes to relationships and just even people who, like I said, I don't know, for some reason or another, people have always migrated to me, and people have always
talk that talk, Dawn.
Listen to me. But it's true. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if it's the, the dawn, that whole sunshine thing. But people gravitate to me, honestly, and always have. And I didn't notice that when I was younger. And I didn't realize that once I got older, I would be able to utilize that for purpose.
Mm.
So now, when I'm talking to people about love, about relationships, or giving them any type of life advice, that's where that purpose comes into play, or the people migrating to me, or people actually listening to me, because, a lot of folk do just that. They listen to me. If I render some type of advice, they are, going to take that advice. The flip side to that, or the bad side to that, is sometimes, you're going to have people that don't necessarily have such genuine intent, as you pointed out.
Right.
And they just come around just to suck your energy. They want what you got, not, financially, but just your aura, your energy. They realize how other people are drawn or attracted to you. So they need to see what it's about. They need to get in your space so that they can get some of that energy too. Because they really mad, right? Because why the hell is everybody, who is she? But they need to see for themselves who she is.
But
or who he is.
It's the people who, I am so perfect, oh, peace on earth, who come like that.
Who come to kill, steal, and damn destroy.
Yeah. I'm just not that person. I'm not peace on earth. Listen, don't let the degrees fool you, because I will put hands on you.
I told them my friends have degrees, LLCs, and Megan knees.
Thank
you. Get it twisted.
We're
pretty well rounded.
Thank you.
Right. You
I'm just having a ball down there.
Listen, it's a thing of it's only one you.
Mm-hmm.
It's only one you. And it's as successful as all four of us are.
Mm-hmm.
I have no desire to be Cassandra.
Right.
That's why it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has no desire to be me. And same thing, as much as I respect and love and Stretch, you were doing it before I was, right? I salute, and I got the pom-poms out for you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have any desire to be Stretch.
Right.
Stretch is the best version of Stretch that was ever made.
Absolutely.
Same thing with Dawn. Dawn, I watch you move and, migrate to Atlanta and really make that pop and make it shake. And I seen a different you. And I'm so happy and so proud of what you have become. You probably needed to get away from the 4-1 on the 4-4-3. You probably needed to get away from the family and the leeches. But all your success, I don't have no desire to be Dawn. I can't be. Dawn is the best Dawn that she can be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to celebrate that. But what happens is, if you're real, your success will motivate me. I want you to give me, like Bobby Boucher and Waterboy, tackling fuel. I need you to give me the tackling fuel.
Yes.
But you know, it goes back to what what Jay-Z says. I want to be in a circle where all my friends are winning.
Right. You
Yes.
know,
Because
Absolutely.
my friends aren't winning, I'm not winning.
right.
I don't feel good. I don't feel
I don't
good.
want to be the only winner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to be the
Right.
only winner. And he used a line where, we can all be each other's crutches.
Absolutely.
And if your crew is rugged, you're something, we can all be each other's crutches.
Right.
And we supposed to sharpen each other.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
You say it all the time.
Right, still sharpen steel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to sharpen each other, and that's it. That's it. I want to be able to call you and I ask you a question, and you can kind of guide me in the right direction. And we should be man or woman enough to be able to ask our circle for an opinion or some advice, or hey, I see you winning. You know what I mean? Hey, can you give me the food?
Right.
Absolutely. I am true to who I am. And the producer in me is about to bring this whole conversation back.
Okay.
Because the show is about the business of love.
Oh, all right. We
deviated a little bit, but I feel like that was a good conversation.
No, it was a needed conversation.
Yeah, because people need to hear this sometimes.
Right. It was a needed conversation.
Absolutely.
But the producer in me is going to bring us back to.
Okay, produce. Go ahead. Yeah, I know. I seen it. Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Producer is on the other side.
Excuse me. Can I toss in the timeout flag, y'all?
Oh, okay.
Because I know the producer and you was trying to bring the show back, but
okay. So let me look.
Listen, real fast. The entrepreneur and me, my phone is finna die. So can I run and grab it? I need to plug up.
We got it. So we'll start with Stretch. So Stretch, the business of love. The business of love. You've been doing this. Love Zone. Like how do you do it every day? How do you get up and every day you create another path of love for people?
Man, that's a great question. I think it's the Pisces in me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Pisces, man, and I'm a hopeless romantic. I love everything about love, but I also, it's a journey. It's learning every day, and I think putting yourself in that position to want to enable other folks to kind of feel the same way is rewarding to me. You know what I mean? Although I think over the years, me personally, my personal life has suffered a lot because I'm so used to just like, oh, I want to, do this and make this pop or do that, make that pop, that I didn't put any focus on me. So now it's like, okay, I need to take all that same energy that I was doing to produce these things, whether it be from doing radio or writing a book or whatever the case may be, and put it back into me so that I can feel, feed my soul a little bit so I can reap the benefits of the LOVE.
So let me ask you this: when you say that, do you not think that you're putting back into you while you're doing what you love? Because it's what you love, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I think that you're putting into you because I think that's where it comes. We're supposed to help each other. So as you giving people the food, you know what I mean, that gotta make you feel great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta make you feel good.
No, it does. But I was more so just ascertaining it to like, relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, wanting to put myself in a position to be in, a relationship or something of that nature. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I love what I do, and I get a joy out of seeing people smile or have somebody come up to me and be like, "Oh man, you did this and that really stuck out to me," or this and that and another. That's dope. I love that. But sometimes you do have to take a moment to be greedy for yourself. You know what I'm saying, and feed yourself. And that's where I was more or less coming from.
I think I understand that because I know. For us, sometimes it's like, okay, we just want to be us. We don't want to have to talk about this. You get what I'm saying? Right. Even though we love it, Am I making
Right.
sense?
No, I overstand it. And I'm not sure if you, I think you guys, I really deal with this as well. I mean, because you are who you are, you can't really move a certain way because everybody knows you.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't know. They even know you through a mask. You got a mask on.
You
Hey,
ain't lying.
Hey
Right.
Jay,
I know.
how do you know me? I got a mask on,
And
fam.
not talking. Don't forget, and not saying anything.
I got a hat on and a mask. How do
Yeah.
you know?
And it's funny, 'cause
You guys
That's
do the
true.
same thing.
I was back home. I went over my parents' house like 2 weeks ago, and I stopped over at this record store that I like to go to every once in a while, pick up some vinyl. And I was just standing in line, mask on, Scully. Dude came up to me, he's like, "What's up, Stretch?" I was like, "Huh? How the hell you know it was me?" I'm like, "Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could not tell it was me. I had my sunglasses on, and of course I didn't know my man's name because I'm bad at names. But I engaged him in conversation and everything like that. But I was just after I left, I was like, damn, how did he know it was me?
Right. And that's a test to what you built. So unfortunately, as much as it actually may, sometimes you may not be in the mood and you just want to move and not be bothered. That's almost like a reward of the seeds that you planted. You know what I mean? If you want a good guy, you want a talented person, whatever the case may be, these people aren't going to check for you.
Absolutely.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They're not going to check for you.
Dawn, being in the business of love, what is it that you tell? What is it that you say when people call you and ask you for advice?
Well, it depends on what type of advice they're asking for and who it is that's calling me. I much rather offer advice to people that I don't know.
Right.
Gotcha.
Quite frankly, although it's plenty of times where, I get people on my sofa, for lack of better words, who are people that I know, and I still have to be objective. I still have to tell you the truth. I'm going to give you the best advice for the situation.
Right.
I'm never going to tell anybody what they want to hear, no matter who it is. Uncomfortable conversations have to be had. That's something that I'm very firm on.
Right.
And in my own personal relationships, as well as, the advice that I'm rendering, you have to have uncomfortable conversations. So if the conversation that I'm having with the person makes them uncomfortable, that typically means that they need to tighten up on certain areas, because if I'm stepping on your toes right now, you need to tighten up.
Right.
So, the advice is going to come from a very neutral place.
Right.
Tell me what the situation is. And I always want to know what role do you play in this situation that you're describing to me? So if you're telling me that, your guy or your girl is doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z, I need to know your role in this.
Okay.
Are you, how did it get to this point? Have you enabled the situation? Or one thing that I do, and it might not be very fair, but it's the truth. I hold women to a higher standard than I hold men to. As a woman,
explain that. Please explain that.
I'm gonna break it on down for you.
Break it down for it forever be broke.
Yeah, and I let my women know this all the time. I hold us to a higher standard because I am a woman, and I don't want us out here looking crazy and looking bad in these streets. Men, not all men, so I don't want to generalize, because I'm not that person either.
Right.
But when I say that I hold women to a higher standard, I always make sure that I put that out there to the men, more so to let them know I'm not that woman that because I'm a female, I'm man bashing.
Gotcha.
Or if your woman comes to me to speak to me about something, I'm like, girl, fuck them, girl. That's not who I am.
Right.
I'm all about holding my women accountable, because I want to see us ladies be our best selves, and you can't, you have to nurture your relationship as well. You have to be doing your part. So you can't come telling me that, he's not paying you any attention, he's not doing this, or y'all not going out, all the different things, or the sex, there's changes. So I need to know, what role are you playing in this, sis? Like,
Right.
when he comes home, are you ever in the kitchen making dinner in your finest lace?
Right.
Are you even making him dinner?
Right.
On random days of the week that's not hump day, are you rapping on the mic just because? Like,
Oh, say okay.
I'm gonna hold the women to a higher standard because, like I said, don't come to me. I'm not that girl. Don't come to me like, well, he's not and he ain't. Okay, well, what are you doing? Because it's a two-way street. Love is absolutely a two-way street, and everybody needs to be bringing their 100%. Fuck 50-50 and even the 80-20 rule. I get it because there will be days that you do need to meet your person way past in the middle.
Right.
But that goes into the whole love language of it all thing. You know, you got to understand, my spouse, he's not a very good communicator. You know, his love language is, he's going to let you know just by his actions that he's going through something when he's in a space. He might just need a hug. You got to be able to identify with that. So that's why you have to know your own personal love language as well as know your mate's love language. So again, if you come to me for some advice, I'm going to dig deep because I'm going to need to know both sides of the story, not just your side.
Right.
And I'm going to need you to be honest if the other person is not there. Be honest, sis. Tell me, what are you not doing?
Right. Right.
Or why are you feeling this way? So you have to bear your brunt of the responsibility.
So I got to ask both of you a question real quick before Cassandra jumps on. Do y'all think that I could be a therapist? I think I could be a therapist. I'm telling you, I think I'm.
Well, bro, you know what? I think
Wait.
anything that you
Let me
wanted to
stop
be.
you, Dawn, before you
Hold on,
answer.
let her talk.
Please don't go down this road.
Let her talk. Listen, I'm gonna give it like.
I think I might like the sound of Dr.
You are
J. Claxton.
You are amazing, DJ.
I tell her all the time, I
amazing.
really do think I could be a therapist.
That don't sound bad, Dr. J. Claxton. I mean,
Because I'll be wondering who therapist to therapist sometimes. I really be wanting to know that.
Please
Stretch.
bring me out of
Dawn,
this.
I really want to know that.
Stretch, bring me out of this.
Whose couch did you lay on?
Who therapist to therapist?
Stretch, bring me. Stretch.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stretch. Bring it back.
She's
Bring it
on
back.
the line. She needs help.
I was going to say, I think at a certain point in time, we all play a role as a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not, because people always come to you, or we always conversing with somebody that may be going through an issue, and you're able to give them an unbiased opinion and see it for what it is. I mean, I think that's the best thing or a good thing about being a friend to someone, that you're able to help them through a situation or whatever the case may be. So at the end of the day, I think we all play a role as being a therapist.
So
yeah, Jay, you could be one.
No, come on. This rabbit hole is getting deeper and deeper.
Thank you.
This rabbit hole is getting deeper. Oh my Lord.
Right. Y'all gonna have to bring me on. Y'all gonna have to y'all gonna have to give me the pass. Boy, this our guy Jay Claxton. He.
Listen, you absolutely can come on my show.
You feel me? Y'all gotta usher me in.
Stop.
You know what I mean? You gotta usher me in.
I love you.
I give you good advice though.
Stop. I love
All right,
you.
but go ahead. Go ahead, producer.
I love you. Stop. Is love enough? Is love enough?
Oh. You tossing that to me?
So both
of you.
So whoever has the floor first, it doesn't matter now at this point.
Is love enough?
Go ahead, Don.
I think Stretch was pointing to me. The popular opinion is no, it's not enough. The unpopular opinion is the opinion that I'm leaning toward and that I always lean toward, because when we get to the crux of it, love isn't just a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And when we realize that, and I spoke on that a little bit earlier, the love is patient, love is kind. 1 Corinthians 13, the breakdown of all the aspects of what love really is. That is absolutely enough if you are a person who is understanding that on days that you don't even feel like liking your person, you still love them. You know that love isn't envious, love isn't boastful. You're not going to point out to them that when you were down in the dumps, I pulled you out. That's not love. So if, again, set aside the fact that love is not just a feeling, that love is composed of a lot of different things, then that in itself is absolutely enough for two people who are committed to a relationship, committed to each other, and committed to their love.
Okay, say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with what Don just said, because it's funny that you mentioned that, because again, in that same magazine, that article I was reading, they were giving down a breakdown of the different types of love. Of course, we're all familiar with agape, which is unconditional love, but there's other versions of love too, and I don't think love is the end all be all, because I think there's more to it than just saying I love you, because that's a strong word to use, and when used in when it's misused, it could be a weapon. You know what I mean? So like, you have to be cautious of how you use that word and who you use it to, because some people aren't receptive to hearing that word.
Right.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
I absolutely agree. Last week we did a thing about is love enough, and we actually recorded it and went back and forth. So I was putting it together. I was editing or whatever, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at different responses, and I, looked at our response. So we talk about being authentic, right? And we talk about being real, and not just everything is roses and peaches and cream at all time. And as I watched it, now 7 days later, I have to change what I said, because I originally said that love was not enough.
I gotta excuse myself.
And like I said, that is the popular opinion. That's the popular opinion.
I said that love was not enough. But if I think about the things that you guys both said, and I think about the real definition of what love is, we're not perfect, and we have flaws, and we work through things like everybody else work through things. And full transparency, going through things made me realize, you know what? I love you even though I don't like you right now.
Yeah.
So because I love you even though I don't like you right now, oh yeah, love is enough.
Right.
Love is enough.
And we're going to get through this.
Right, because we're going to get through this, because if I didn't love you, man, the dislike that I have at this moment would send me somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, my answer has now changed, that love is more than enough, and I think that people have to understand, as you said, Stretch, love is a very strong word. You have to understand what love really means. It doesn't mean, oh, I want to be with you because you can get me here, or you can buy me this, or you can buy me a Birkin bag, and we popping bottles. That's not what love is. Love is when you don't have two pennies, as Jay would say, to rub together, and you're trying to figure out which one of us are going to eat. And
that's real.
That's what love is. So for me, I have to change my answer from love is enough. Love is more than enough. I watched, and I've said this to him, in private, and I'll say it in public. I watched him do something this weekend that pushed him somewhere that I don't think that anybody else could. And it gave me a deeper and stronger appreciation for the man that I have right here, And when you watch people evolve, that's what love is. You know what I mean? That's what real love is.
Say that. Say that. No, but it's a thing. It's about us growing and us wanting to be better. And I think we use the word transparency a lot on this podcast. But I think it's a thing of being transparent with yourself, with your partner. I mean, friends, family, and business as well. The things that you do well, you do well. The things that you don't do well, and you need help. Let's be accountable and be real. Hey, I need some help. I'm not really there.
Accountable.
Help. You know what I'm saying? Help. And I think that makes things a lot easier, because one, you can kind of accept it when somebody is, really honest and forthcoming and transparent, and then you guys can work on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you guys can work on it.
So, real quick, I just wanted us both to have an opportunity in the next 2 minutes to say thank you to Stretch for coming on, because he took time out of his day, as Dawn did, but he actually has to hop onto his podcast. So, with that said, Jay.
Stretch, before you go, I need you to shout out everything that you have going on, how they can follow you, like everything that you have going on. This is your shameless plug portion of this show for yourself. Give us all of that, please.
We be plugging.
Not the dance. Wait, what's that?
We be plugging. I love
We
it.
saw you dancing to the music as well.
We saw you dancing to the music.
You know
as
the
well.
count, the 60-second count.
Oh yeah, man. That beat is fire, man. That beat is fire. Yo, thank you again. First and foremost, to both of y'all for having me on. You know what I mean? I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Good to see everybody on here. You know what I mean? It's we've known each other for quite a long time. So I thank you again for having me on. Again, my name is Stretch Garrett. You can find me on Instagram at StretchG and also at Dope76 Media. If you are in the DMV or if you're not in the DMV, you can listen to me on WHUR every Sunday from 2 until 7. I'll be holding it down for the big game this Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that. And also, I have a book. It's right back there. It's called Last Request, my first novel, loosely based off of yours truly, from my days of hosting a nightly radio show back in the day, which is available everywhere books are sold. So please pick it up. It's a great gift to have for V-Day, which is coming up. It's right around the corner. And yeah, and also host my podcast called Dope Chats with Stretch, which will be on at 9:00 on IG. So follow me on IG and you can check it out going live in about 12 minutes.
Say that.
Thank you so
Say
much,
that.
Stretch.
Stretch.
I need a copy of Last Request.
I got you.
You know what's crazy? I don't have the book yet either. I'm horrible.
I got you.
I be doing too much, but
It's all love. I'll send you both a copy.
We appreciate you,
appreciate
Stretch.
it, man. Stretch, thank you for taking time out your busy schedule to come hang with us on the Love and Business on Lock podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, babe. So let's talk about this. Jay, you know, at 8:45, normally we play games with the other couples.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tonight is different, babe.
Okay.
She looked too excited. I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do something that you know I really have an issue with, and that's giving my reign over to Dawn.
Okay.
You know, I don't really give my reign over to people.
Okay. All
And
right.
so, full disclosure, I have no clue as to what she's gonna ask us. Okay,
You got 13 minutes though, Dawn.
13 minutes.
Well, thank you guys for joining me this evening on Dawn West Live. First and foremost, I'm going to put you guys on the hot seat. My shows always start with what I call a hot seat question,
Okay.
which is an uncomfortable question that gets the audience's juices flowing, basically. So it's just going to be a random question I'm about to throw out there.
Okay.
Both of y'all can answer the question, and boom, we're going to move into the actual first question, okay?
Okay.
So you guys' hot seat topic of the night, or hot seat question, I'm sorry, is lights on or lights off, Cass?
Both.
Lights on, man.
Both. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Both.
What kind of, I'm a visual guy.
Okay. Listen, let me tell you something. Right, it wasn't your turn, but that's fine. I got both of your answers. But y'all will be surprised how many people say lights off, like, and especially a lot of women, like they're very uncomfortable. So lights off is literally a big thing. I mean, listen, there's no wrong answer, but I promise you, I get a whole lot of lights off. So anyway, okay, now that we got that hot seat out the way.
I need to see stuff shaking and waving.
Yeah, I mean, right, like you said, you know, the whole visual of it all makes the makes the situation that much better, right? Facial expressions and
like you got it, like that is the whole part. Like it's all
at least listen. And if there's no lights, let's just say no light. You know, a nice candle light is even good because that still gives you a good silhouette of it all. But yeah, lights are great.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because I heard my brother say on another interview that you guys' love reminds him of classic R&B.
Mm-hmm.
If you could describe you guys' love affair in a song, what song title would it be?
Well, go ahead.
Wait, which one? Who you want to go first?
Whoever has the song title first. Shoot. I want both of you to answer.
So actually, there are two songs that really remind me of Jay. Ledisi has a new song called Anything for You.
Mm-hmm.
And every lyric, every cadence, everything about that song reminds me of Our Love. And then, of course, everybody knows Love Hangover.
No, right.
You know, everybody knows, like, that's just it, you know.
Okay. Bro.
No, I mean that was it. The Ledisi was
That's it.
But Love Hangover, Diana Ross, that's the one. You know, that's the one.
Okay.
Ledisi was a new joint. You know what I mean? Like I'm still listening to Ledisi from 10 years ago.
However,
but
you know the crazy part about it is, I think it's just Ledisi because her other song reminds like thinking of you. Like if
Ledisi is a vibe. She definitely is a vibe.
If he starts playing that, I'm gonna go off.
But sis, let me give you another song though, and I don't know if I'm sure you've heard it, but it's one of those you have to listen to the lyric type of song, and it's just so India.Arie, That Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one right there.
Right.
Like, yeah. Okay, so anyway, back to questions. If you could curate the perfect Valentine's Day, what would that entail, bro?
So that has to be you.
Why does it have to be me now?
No, I said you.
No.
You first, bro.
No, so I'm not necessarily good at is that.
That's why I made you go first.
Right. That I'm not necessarily good at that, but us together, great drink, great meal, in each other's company. Like at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think that we have to, because we don't. It doesn't have to be about a bunch of gifts and all of that stuff. A lot of times we just, because we are genuinely our friends. You know what I'm saying? This is my friend. She's going to know kind of what I'm thinking before I've even said it. You know what I mean? And for me, if we just together, we just hang, we doing what we normally do, is a great time for me. We sitting at the bar, we talking with other people, we talking to the bartender, we talking about us, we spending time, we drinking a bourbon, a whiskey, you know what I mean? Don't kill me. I love, you know what I'm saying? New York strip, butterfly, medium well. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Die Hard.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what we do. So for me, and I know a lot of times she's like, yo, we just don't need to work. We need to just rock out and spend some time together. So for me, that's perfect for me because it's what we naturally love and do.
So for me, if I had to curate what I would think would be close to perfect.
I know what you're going to say.
I bet you don't. If I had to curate.
Jumping on a plane together.
No, I wasn't going to.
Sir, you had your turn, sir.
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
Wow. Right. So if I had to curate what I would say would be the perfect V-Day for him, because that's what the question actually was.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be it for me. It would start off, in the morning with us going to work out. It would then come back with us taking a quick shower, going to a nice cigar lounge, having a nice cigar, having a nice bourbon, just spending some, maybe a few hours together. Coming back to the house, watching some Sanford and Son, watching some 2.5 Men. Then, of course, me cooking, because one of my favorite things to do is to cook, and I love to cook for him. Right. So cooking, us watching more TV, watching him DJ, because what he loves to do is DJ. And it's like a whole vibe, and sometimes it's actually orgasmic for him. So watching him, DJ, and then ending the night off the way we end the night off.
That's good. That sounds good. That sounds like a good day.
Yours was a little more detailed, but it's
well, that's what she asked for.
But I mean, we kind of said the same thing.
Well, but that was her perfectly curated day. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't want
Let me ask you guys.
Okay.
How is it, the whole love business on lock thing? How is it balancing the two? Your business relationship with your relationship?
I think balancing the two is tough. You know what I mean? It really is, because business happens nonstop.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, most of the time, it is coming to her. You know what I mean? So it is definitely hard to balance it. You know what I mean? We do it, and it's kind of what we talked about earlier with, when Stretch was on and all four of us were on, we were talking about being transparent. So we do our damnedest to be transparent, and we would never lie to you or lie to, you that's watching and say that, well, we just handle it. We just good.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It is tough, because a lot of times we so in work mode, then we forget about, just making sure she's good or she making sure I'm good. We just kind of head down and working. And a lot of times she'll say, hey, listen, man, you know what I mean? Kind of, you know what I mean? You got to get focused, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you want to go, but hey, I'm over here. So it's difficult. I'm sorry.
So as difficult as it can be, I think that we both have done better jobs and made more effort to make sure that certain things happen. What I will say is that people don't realize that Love Business on Lock, that's just a podcast.
Right.
He's still a personality. We still have a clothing line. We now have a travel agency. We have businesses that have to run. And even, bless you, and even though we have those businesses that have to run, Jay still has, responsibilities that he has to take care of. And so that's where the love comes in, because as his woman, I have to pick up that slack and do the things that I need to do so that our business can still run. Now, don't think it's just me picking up the slack. Bless you again. Don't think it's just me picking up the slack, because he does the same thing for me as well.
And
I'm sorry.
In full disclosure, she spoke about that, a little earlier. In full disclosure, we came back to Baltimore to make sure the family was good. You know what I mean? We came back to Baltimore and had to take care of some things. This one particular thing that I do, I did not, and that's where the mistake came from. I booked this venue. I made that relationship happen. So where normally she is involved in it, she wasn't involved in it. So it was a date that I missed. She didn't know about it. I didn't miss the date, but I got a text maybe 26 hours, 27 hours before.
Was it?
I need to be, you're right, before I needed to be at the venue, which is in Atlanta. I was in Baltimore, right? We were in Baltimore.
We were in Baltimore.
So, and we had a meeting in Silver Spring, right? Saturday evening.
Wow.
Saturday evening.
It had to be in Atlanta.
Right. And because I forgot, travel wasn't booked for this, none of that. Told her, I didn't even know if she was going to go, right? You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know why you question that.
No, but
I'm always going to ride. I'm
not saying
always going to ride.
But still, you still have parents, you know what I mean? Your parents, you make sure.
So the short version is you was trying to be grown and you stepped out on your own.
No,
exactly. You didn't do your due diligence to make sure that it was on the schedule.
Right. And so we fly or drive, but at 5 in the morning, we hit the road.
In a blizzard.
And once we crossed the Woodrow Wilson Sunday, all hell broke loose.
In a blizzard, in a sports car.
In a rear wheel drive, Hemi, all hell broke loose on Sunday. You know what I mean? We literally left at Baltimore at 5 and pulled up at the venue at 5 when I was supposed to play. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like,
and then he played for 7 hours straight.
And then it's just what we had to do. I mean, at the end of the day, I wasn't going to mess the relationship up. And full disclosure, I was like, yo, I goofed this one up again. You know what I'm saying?
But you made it, and I mean, y'all made it happen collectively. Right. So that's what it's all about.
Right. And
it got my back. I got yours. Yeah, right. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Right. It's part of the game. So
that's great.
I
love it. I love it.
All right. Okay.
So I mean, are we out of time here?
No, you. If you have more questions, you can ask them. We normally don't go past 9:10. So, wow, she's looking all happy. No, Jen.
I just had one more question. It's just gonna be a quick one. I just need to know that who is the best communicator? Okay. I mean, I knew that already, but I knew that already. I just had to ask for the people.
I communicate for a living. But
this is true. And guess what? Even though you communicate for a living, that does not mean that you're able to communicate effectively within the confines of your four walls.
And I know.
So I'm glad that you pointed at sis and you were honest.
Again, yeah, I am transparent. You know what I mean? Remember when in 5th grade, y'all used to have the thing on the transparency sheet that was on the wall? That's me.
Man, yeah, the little
light bulb and the little clear joint. That's me.
That's before my time.
Oh,
I'm 35.
I'm 25.
Well, I'm 28, so I don't know what none of y'all talking about.
Listen, I'm being honest here.
Dawn, thank you
being honest.
much. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed ourselves with you today.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you for having me.
Dawn, that's a slick picture in the background. Now I can really see it.
Ooh.
That was, you kind of full screen.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a slick picture right there.
That is.
Okay.
We on Friday, there will not be a Love Business on Lock. Even though we try not to miss a show, the only time we miss a show is if we're traveling. And that is our Friday. We are traveling again.
Right.
So with that said, thank you everybody who watched. Thank you, Dom. We appreciate you. I'm so glad that Stretch was able to join us as well.
Right.
This is a show I really look forward to because I love people I grew up with. Watching them win and watching them become who they are. Like, I appreciate that. I love that. And recently I called Dawn and was like, listen, you do X, Y, and Z. I need help. Help me.
Right.
And she jumped right in and did everything. And, we've been going through some things so that the things that I need help with, I can get done.
Okay. All right.
I'm always here for you. I'm always here for you both.
Right.
I love you.
It's my time. I want to tell you thank you for taking time out your schedule.
Anytime.
On a Wednesday. I know you were working out and you had to jump into the phone booth.
Listen, I jumped in the phone booth, spent around the damn Wonder Woman, y'all.
Right. I know you had to do that, but before you go, before we end the show, this is your opportunity to tell us what you have going on, how they can follow you, how they can follow the movement, all the different platforms and things that you have going on. This is your show for this portion. We do not exist. Go.
Well, again, everybody, I am Dawn West, author and life coach. I transform minds, bodies, souls, and finances. You can find me at I am Dawn West on Instagram, Twitter, Dawn West on LinkedIn, and all of my information is within my bio. So if you're on Instagram or anything like that, you can just go and click my bio, and there's a drop down for all of my books. I have 3 books currently out, working on number 4. This one right here is the journal that I was speaking on, Love Language. This is a great read and awesome guided journal. So I would absolutely suggest that, especially for a Valentine's Day gift, get Love Language. That link also is in my bio. I have 2 other books out. And like I said, number 4 will be upon us by June. if you get the journal this week, I have a new a line of scented candles to go along with the journal. A love language candle is amazing, made by Black-owned business, Hand Poured Candles. A young lady collaborated with me and brought my vision to life for my candles to go with my book. So I'm giving those out this week with any book purchases. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, anything Dawn West is found right in my bios, but all of my social media is my name. I am Dawn West.
Okay. Look, I appreciate you. I am thankful, and I am so happy for you.
Thank you, bro.
You know, to watch, you know, what you've been able to accomplish, and watch, you know, things that you've been through, and, you know, people you've cut off, and things that you had to do in order to become the best version of Dawn that you possibly could be. And you made that happen, which is not an easy task at all.
Ooh, life is rough, ain't it?
Right. And you did it, but you know, it's what we talk about that as well. It's about excelling in the valley. You know what I mean? The peak is that's easy because you win it. Everything is good, money's good, relationship good, business good. But it's about in that valley and taking them lessons and taking them straight.
It's the wherewithal to get out of the valley.
Right. And that's where the growth comes in at. You know what I'm saying? And I see a bunch of growth, and I'm proud of you, and I'm so thankful for what you do. And just I want to leave this as a last and final note. Again, please make sure that the relationships that you have some kind of value. I'm not saying that you only supposed to, you know, deal with people that give value to you. You have to give value back to the relationship. It has to be. It can't be. That's not a relationship if it's one way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So please, you know, assess your relationships, look at them, make sure that you are adding value and somebody else is adding value back. If there's no value, relationships, family, jobs, business, whatever the case may be, you probably need to make some changes. And we know that that's not easy as well. But you know, you got to work on it, pray on it. You know, read, listen to positive audio, and make the change. So with that being said, and me over talking you guys, I appreciate it. This is Love and Business for a Lot. This is Wednesday, the first Wednesday of February. Am I correct? I said that right. Okay. Thank you so much, and we will not hold you anymore. We appreciate you.
Good night, y'all. It's been fun.
Thank you so much.